If you're a hiring manager and you would like to save time in your search and in your interview process, I've got you. By taking time, you create time. Here's what I mean. Take a little more time, or maybe a lot, at the start of your search to establish a solid foundation. We all know what happens when we try to build from a faulty foundation. Some point down the line, it's going to crumble, and then we have to dig it up, identify the source of the problem, and begin all over again. How do we establish a solid foundation at the start of your hiring process? First, get as closest to clear as you can on what it is you want in your candidate profile. And then once you have that, the next step in solidifying your foundation is key. Really locking in why you want what you want. You want to dig deep to ensure that what you want and why you want it really makes sense before you move forward with your search. For example, if you have decided that you really want area relationships for your product launch, no matter where they came from beforehand, the type of company and the culture and all of that, why is it that you want that? Is it for fear that maybe if the relationships aren't there, you won't gain product adoption? But think about it a little bit deeper. Let's say this star candidate that you think that you want with their relationships is an A player in their current company culture, which happens to be a big, well-oiled machine where they are given the direction, they have the processes in place. How is that A player going to perform? Are they still going to be an A player when you switch them to a completely different type of company culture for product launch or startup, for example, when you are figuring out best practices and processes as you go? They may not be as comfortable. So what if you decide instead that area relationships are preferred but not a must-have, and navigating a hospital system is required, as well as product launch or startup experience? This concept can be applied to any pursuit, locking in what you want or determining what you want and then backing it up with your why. And it can also alleviate unnecessary frustration and time wasted in the interview and hiring process. So when you're figure out what you want and then make sure that it makes sense make sure that why you want it makes sense. And then you have a solid foundation from which to start. So taking this extra time on the front end of your search will later save you time. Happy hiring.